What's up, party people? Welcome to another exciting edition of the Vlog of Awesomeness. My name is Adam, and it's really super cold in my basement today. Before we get started, I just want to apologize for last week. As awesome as that video was, I may have stuck some copyrighted stuff in there, and YouTube wouldn't let it play on mobile devices. Oops. But you can still watch it on a desktop computer, and I did upload it to the Jefferson Avenue Facebook page. If you haven't liked it, why? Today's an exciting episode. It's our fan suggestion extravaganza. The first suggestion was if I could pick any band or any artist, alive or dead, to still be making music today, who would I pick? My first thought, because I had just listened to his version of Hurt, was Johnny Cash. How can you not love Johnny Cash? But after talking to some people at work, I think my real pick would have to be Freddie Mercury. I love me some Queen. Bohemian Rhapsody happens to be in my regular rotation when I go out and do karaoke. My personal favorite actually is Killer Queen. Next suggestion, Japanese anime or old school Looney Tunes? Old school Looney Tunes all the way. I never really got into Japanese anime all that much. There was Voltron back in the day. Voltron was kick-ass. But how can you not love the Looney Tunes? Not only do I love them because, well, they're Looney Tunes, but I'm actually very big and interested in voice acting. And Mel Blanc, who did every single voice for the Looney Tunes, is a god amongst voice actors. There's a documentary out there right now called I Know That Voice, and they do a whole segment just on Mel Blanc. They do an interesting story where he was in a car accident and he was in a coma. And they were trying to get him out by calling his name, and then Looney Tunes came on the TV. And all of a sudden, Bugs Bunny just started coming out of his mouth, and so instead of calling him, hey Mel, they started, hey Bugs. And he actually came out of the coma talking in Bugs Bunny. He was laid up in bed for a while, and they wanted to push production back at Looney Tunes. He says, no, bring the microphones in here. And I'm sure you can find pictures online of him just laying in bed with a microphone in front of him, and he's actually recording lines for the Looney Tune cartoons. Go check out that documentary. I can't be the only one out there who's interested in who does the voices for our favorite cartoons. They got a lot of people in there, and it just surprised me to see the face behind the voice. The next one is a very popular debate that's been going on for some time now. Do you put your toilet paper roll over or under? Personally, I'm an over fan. It's easier to get to. I think it looks nicer. But loading it under has its advantages as well. Like if you have small kids or cats who like to bat at the toilet paper roll, it won't unravel. Which way do you like to load your toilet paper roll? Let me know in the comments below. Now the next one I really had to do some research on. I actually have it written down. This suggestion was Batman villains versus Spider-Man villains. The comment was that Spider-Man villains, they start out good and then become evil. But then Batman villains are evil just from the beginning. After doing a lot of research online, I've found that Batman villains and Spider-Man villains are kind of the same. A lot of them, they start out good and then are pushed towards evil. After looking at many lists, I find that a lot of the villains on both sides are pretty much the same person. Take the Joker and the Green Goblin, for instance. They're both the arch nemesis of their respective superhero. They laugh a lot. They have their own bombs or their own gas. And at one time, they knew the secret identity of their respective superheroes. But then there's other villains as well. Bane versus Venom. They're not just brute strength. They have smarts behind them, and they have similar attributes to their respective superheroes. Or you have Mr. Freeze and Doc Ock. They were both scientists with potential for good, but then became bad through extreme circumstances. And then, through all my research, I come to find out that DC actually put out a Batman and Spider-Man comic book. I couldn't find where to read it, though. If you guys know where it is, let me know. Yes, I realize I'm in different clothes. Don't be confused, though. I have my reasons. Last night, after I recorded my video, I realized that my phone shut itself off. But it was late, and I didn't really feel like re-recording everything. So I had to wait until I got out of work today. The other reason is what I did record, I just absolutely hated. Like I couldn't even edit it to make it look good. Also, I cut my thumb at work today. I'm telling people that I got in a fight with a swordfish. You think they'll believe me? Anyway, let's move on. Let's get back to the suggestions. The next one, I was asked if I could go back in time or forward in time, where would I go and why? That's very simple. I'd go back to the 80s. I was a kid in the 80s. I didn't get to experience it as an adult. The last one comes from my sister. When we were watching football last week, we found out that she was going to come over, and we thought, hey, since she works at Taco Bell, maybe we should try to get her to bring us some tacos. So there was a string of text messages between me and Bethany, and in the end, I ended up using my niece and nephew kind of as bait to try to get tacos. So what she actually wants me to do is apologize for the whole thing. I will not apologize. I will not back down from this situation. We were simply trying to get tacos. I took a poll at work to see if other people thought I should apologize. Here's the results.
No. No.
No.
No.
You should not have to apologize.
No. You need tacos. You need friggin' tacos.
Well, Bethany, the people have spoken. So those were all the fan suggestions I got for you this week. If I didn't get to yours, don't think that I didn't see it, because I did. I just like to pick a few out and then keep a few in a stockpile for when I don't have anything to talk about. Also, I know a lot of you guys were worried about why didn't the vlog of Awesomeness come out on Friday? It's because my work schedule, it's just easier for me to record on the weekends. So I will start dropping them on Mondays. But what better way to start your week, right? So keep all your suggestions coming in. You can hit us up in the comments below. You can hit us up over on the social medias. And don't forget to click that subscribe button. Until next week, keep on rocking and KCCO.